Hi, this is Mato. In this video, I will show the game between Magnus Carlsen and Vassily Ivanchuk. This is the game from round 12 of the Candidates tournament that was played in London in 2013. The game was very long, and I will not show the whole game. The game actually went for 90 minutes. If I talk that long, I would get very sore tongue, and I'm afraid that my viewers would also fall asleep. For very keen chess players who would like to analyze the whole game, I have provided the text which is below the video. Let's have a look at the game. In this game, Magnus Carlsen had white pieces and he started with e4. Ivanchuk played c5, Sicilian defense. Knight to f3, knight to c6, knight to c3, bishop to b5 was the choice in previous games. Today we have knight to c3, e6, d4, pawn takes pawn, knight takes on d4, queen to c7. Ivanchuk is playing Taimanov variation of Sicilian defense. Bishop to e3, a6 preventing knight to b5 attacking queen. Queen to d2, knight to f6. Carlsen castled queenside. Bishop to b4, pinning the knight. f3, knight to e7. And Carlsen played knight to b3. This is not the most common continuation. Knight from d to e2 is the most popular move by white. And then black would play d5 or b5. I suppose Ivanchuk would play d5. That is what he played in the real game. And after bishop to f4, attacking the queen, e5, bishop to g3, castling. Very complex game in which black is not standing worse. Let's have a look what happened in the game. In the game we have knight to b3, and Ivanchuk played d5, e5, gaining space on the board and attacking the knight. Knight to d7, f4 protecting the pawn on e5, b6, bishop to d4, knight to c5, a3 attacking the bishop, knight to e4 attacking the queen, queen to e1, knight takes knight, bishop takes knight, bishop takes bishop, queen takes bishop, queen takes queen, pawn takes queen. The dust has settled and white didn't get any advantage out of the opening. If anything, black has a better pawn structure. a5, knight to d4. White knight would like to end up on d6 square. Bishop to a6, bishop to d3, king to d7. It is an endgame, and black doesn't need to castle. Material is reduced and the king is a fighting piece. King to d2, knight to c6, rook attacking the pawn on b6. Bishop takes bishop, king takes bishop, rook from a to b8 defending the pawn. Knight to b5. It is black to move. What would you play in this position if you had black pieces? Ivanchuk played very clever move. g5. If pawn takes pawn, knight takes on a5, black would pick up very important center pawn. So Carlsen played g3, rook from h to g8, c4, pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn, and black rook is in control of the only open file. Knight to e7, rook from h to g1, pawn takes pawn, check, king takes pawn, knight to d5, attacking the pawn on f4, knight to d6, king to c6, knight takes pawn on f7, knight takes pawn on f4, king to b3, king to c5, knight to g5, h6, check, king to d4, attacking the pawn on e5. Black has a better placed king. Knight to f6, attacking the rook. Rook takes rook. Rook takes rook. Rook to c8. Why Ivanchuk didn't capture the pawn on e5? What do you think? Why? Would you? If king takes on e5, that would be the epic blunder. So Ivanchuk played rook to c8, rook to e1, defending the pawn, check, king to b2, rook to f3, check, king to c5, check, king to d5, check, king to c5, check, king to c6, knight to f6, knight to g6, check, king to b5, rook to e4. This is move 45. What follows next is very complex endgame battle in which Ivanchuk outplayed Carlsen. I will not show all the moves. We will jump to the final stage in which Ivanchuk demonstrated perfect endgame technique. So let's go to move 83. This is the position. Black is 2 pawns up. But how to win? Well, let's watch Ivanchuk's technique and learn from it. Ivanchuk played h4, king to e2, h3, king to f2, h2. What is Ivanchuk doing? He's going to lose the pawn. Well, Ivanchuk knows perfectly well what he's doing. Carlsen played king to g2. Pawn is pushed and promoted to queen. King takes queen. King to f5, attacking the rook. Rook to e1, and now the key move. Rook to g8. White king is now cut off. King to h2. King to f4. Check. In this position, Ivanchuk played a move and Carlsen resigned. What is the move? This is the move. King to e3. Carlsen resigned. Could he give check and force black king back? Well, let's have a look what will happen if rook to e1 is played. Check. But then king doesn't go back. This is the winning move. And after rook is under attack, and after say rook takes pawn, check and checkmate. Very nicely played by Ivanchuk. After 12 rounds, Carlsen is half a point behind Kramnik. And what do you think of this game? That is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess and bye for now.